Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Reed Option, welcoming you to this afternoon's broadcast of the NAGA. Here we have the 3-3 division rivals, both of them being 3-3. The Wichita Wranglers going into St. Louis to take on the Sharks after besting them last week at home. The Sharks will look to bounce back, and under their new ownership, this whole season they've had a few ownership changes. They had an owner named Goose to start off the season, and now they have Flambeau looking to help keep St. Louis on the right track going into the playoffs. And the Sharks will kick it off here at home wearing their alternates, the Shark Grays, and Braxton will take it up to the 18. Great stoppage there by the Sharks. Here we have the first handoff, looking from a broadcast point of view to Calvin Cousins. Gain of 7 on the first play. I'll make sure to switch up the angle here. There we are. Much better. Here we have this number 1 overall passing offense. Number 2 overall offense, the Wichita Wranglers, helmed by MVP candidate and favorite, David Kreutzer. Kreutzer starting them off really well here in the opening drive so far. He will pass it down the middle. And that was Kayvon Green with the catch. Gain of 4. Kreutzer having the second best passer rating, second best passing percentage. He's the only quarterback to break 2,000 yards on the season. He has the second longest pass of the season. A lot of high up stats. Second most touchdowns. And all these things he's second in, they're the same. It's not the same guy being first. So he's the most consistent, the most dominant. Although the Wranglers are only 3-3, they are still very much contenders here in the NAGA. Both of these teams being in the Central Division. Oklahoma City sitting atop the division after besting Iowa earlier this week. Wichita and St. Louis fighting for that second place spot. Here we have the St. Louis offense with Cody Tobin. The handoff to Winters. Winters up the sideline. Plenty of room in front of him. Looks like he had a horde of defenders chasing him. That is the number 1 overall rushing offense. Obviously, combined rushing. These guys have an armada of running backs. St. Louis losing their franchise running back Josiah Bell a few weeks ago. He is out for season with a shoulder injury. These guys are making do. Also missing from the Sharks, you have cornerback David Alain out until next week, and DeAndre Cottrell, defensive end, out with a head injury till middle of the playoffs. Wichita, on the other hand, missing wide receiver Bobby Warner till next week, and cornerback Cedarius Burton missing on this defense. And because of that, looks like you might see a little more first downs from St. Louis heading into today. Neither of these teams boasting the best defense. Could be a high-scoring game today. Winters with the handoff up to the right. And Bryce Hayward will come back in. Looks like these two running backs, Jaquan Winters and Bryce Hayward, will be sharing the handoffs. They might even get Trey Douglas or Emmanuel Powers in there. Tobin, play action, sacked into the backfield. Malik Muhammad. This Wichita team has not been involved in many trades. Most of their trades have been for depth pieces, if any. So these guys are an expansion team, and They've been doing things pretty organically. Hayward, handoff up to the left. 2nd and goal. St. Louis looking to strike. You're in the Shark Tank. The toss out to the left. Winters, touchdown! And St. Louis will come out with an early lead. Capitalizing on the 3 and out from Wichita. Or not 3 and out, but the punt from Wichita after failing their opening drive. The Sharks staying on top of this. Upon interviewing their new owner Flambeau, as previously mentioned, I asked him about, bouncing back from last week, losing to Wichita in Wichita. But coming in also as a new owner in such a crucial time in the Sharks season. And what he had to say was, coming in as a new owner and GM mid-season has its challenges, but I think some of the changes we've made will keep us in the playoff hunt. We've restructured the defense and moved around a few positions to better accommodate the new system. We'll also focus more on the run game in the next few games. And it appears that he did just that on that scoring drive. Great mindset, great adjustments by Flambeau. Wichita, of course, being without ownership. They are league managed, but nonetheless, a talented squad. I believe they currently have advantage over the Sharks as far as the playoff race goes. We'll see who comes out on top today and stays in the playoff picture. Calvin Cousins tackled for a loss, and the Wranglers will once again be forced to punt. I was correct. Here we see again Jimmy Clevenger punting it away. By J. Anderson. Coming out in the I formation, the Sharks looking to go up by 2 scores. Winters breaking the first tackle, gaining only 2 there. This Sharks offense, although losing to some tough opponents, never fail to put up a lot of yards, especially with that backfield. Looks like they have a system built for running. Not a bad offensive line here. You have Dwayne Jones at left tackle, Matt Schaefer at left guard, center Shane Tenney, right guard Cooper Nash, right tackle Deontay Simmons, making a pretty elite unit. Not only protecting the quarterback, Cody Tobin, but also making great running lanes for these running backs. There Tobin is 4 for 4 today. Winters will be brought down the backfield by Braden Arrington. Hayward up to the left. Extending forward, but being 4 yards shy of the first down. We will have a 3rd down here. Go. Tobin, play action, throwing out left, almost picked off. Tobin is one of the few quarterbacks. I think he's the only quarterback left that has no interceptions on the season. But alas, we will see the punting unit with Andrew Nordquist. Great punt. Looks like it'll be down inside the 20. Better than a touchback. And it looks like on the punt, we have an injury for Wichita. That was Raymond Brooks. Brooks being the potential man who's going to field that punt. I don't know what he tweaked, but he'll be out for the rest of the game. Not a good look early in this game for Wichita. Can't get much going. But if Calvin Cousins has anything to say about it, Wichita will have a first down. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Motioning the fullback. Kreutzer, another handoff to Cousins, who will only gain 2 yards there. Tackled by Wayne McMaster. I believe McMaster was the interception leader in Season 1. That St. Louis defensive back core. Another first down by Calvin Cousins, and Jarvis Malone will give him some relief. Kreutzer, another handoff to Malone. Malone cutting through the defense like butter. 2nd and 1 already. Wichita might score before the end of the first quarter here. 4 receiver set. Cousins in the backfield. Cousins will take it. That'll be well past midfield, up to the 42-yard line. And Malone and Cousins will just keep swapping in and out. Great yards per carry by Cousins. 5.7 yards per carry. And these guys are just going and moving the chains. Back to back to back to back. End of the first quarter now. St. Louis up 7-0 here at home. Kreutzer and pistol. The motion. He'll do another toss to Cousins. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. First down, Wichita. Wichita holding on to their chances in this game. Already in field goal position. Kreutzer out to the left. Great snag by Cousins. 1-on-1. He was being covered by linebacker DeAnthony Dodson. Great snag by Cousins. Kreutzer under pressure, out to his right. Great catch by Jarvis Malone. But Jonathan Valier had to protect his quarterback, and unfortunately got called with a holding penalty. 2nd and 13 now for the Wranglers. And the toss will be to Cousins. And Cousins will tweak his leg a little bit, expected to return, but I expect we might see a little bit of Emmanuel Durocher before he comes back in. Incomplete pass, 4th and 10. We may not see Durocher after all. Field goal unit comes out. And this will be Adam Ruppert. Off the right goalpost, no good. He had the distance by far, but from the right hash, he just didn't angle it right. No score here for the Wichita Wranglers. Go! And the Shark Tank here in St. Louis is going wild. First reception of the drive caught by David Bechtel, tight end out of Penn State. Hand off to Winters up to the left. Winters extending for the first down. We'll have a new set of downs. And Winters will get a little banged up. Looks like we might see a little bit of Trey Douglas sharing the snaps with Bryce Hayward. Both starting running backs, or at least starting running backs of the day. getting a little banged up on their plays with leg injuries. You hope you don't see another Greg Williams bounty gate situation going on here in the NAGA. Might have to have the league investigate. Looks a little suspicious that Wichita would injure the running back right as soon as their running back got injured. But I digress. First down, Hayward. Number 30 tackled by number 30. Split backfield. Tobin motioning his man, dropping back. Plenty of time. Great toss to Miguel Avila. And it looks like, to the relief of Wichita, Calvin Cousins is okay. Tobin, hand off to Hayward. Hayward hurdling a man. And Trey Douglas will see time. Trey Douglas out on the left, looking like a receiver. Tobin shedding the sack. Couldn't break the second sack. He is brought down the backfield by Wilson. Unfortunate for Trey Douglas. He will not get his first rush of the season. He has had no rushes yet this year. Tobin looking to his left, almost picked off. And Winches will come back in before Douglas can even get a snap. It's like Davion Conley almost got that interception. Tobin looking deep, caught by Murray. Murray, touchdown! And the Sharks will be up 13-0. And after this extra point, we will have an entire 2-score lead by the St. Louis Sharks. Point is good, Delgado. And there is blood in the water here in St. Louis. Halfway through the second quarter, Wichita is in a must-score situation. I believe St. Louis gets the ball at halftime. The kickoff by Delgado. And Braxton will try to make something here. This kick return. Cutting to his left, not quite making it up to the 25, but he is past the 20, up to the 24. Upon asking owner Flambeau in my interview with him about what he brings to the table for St. Louis to sustain their hopes at a potential championship through weeks 7 and 8. He says he plans to install a winning mindset here in St. Louis and to show everyone how we play Sharks football. I like the way he said that. You can see that here today. He said, I think this, combined with the talent we have on the roster and our excellent coaching staff, will translate into wins. A lot of teams this late into the season might decide to brick their team and try for some good luck in the offseason with high draft picks. But here in St. Louis, we don't believe in that. And we give 100% no matter what. I imagine he is saying that in regards to some teams potentially benching their starters in the final week of the season. He said that we have a chance to make the playoffs, so we're going to go all out in these next 2 games, and all out they are going. Well worded by the owner, Flambeau. Kreutzer after that first down, due to that penalty, looking deep for Patterson. Great catch. And Calvin Cousins will come back in the game. Justin Patterson, second string tight end. Guess they're running a 2 tight end set for Wichita. Kreutzer looking to his left. Screen pass to Alexander. And Eugene Alexander will go out of bounds 2 yards shy of the first down. We are now in Sharks territory. Kreutzer 7 for 9 today. The handoff once again to Cousins. He will tumble down at the 35. First down. Trying to see if that catch by Patterson, that was his first of the season. Good job on Wichita for getting Justin Patterson catches. Yeah, first catch by Patterson? No, sorry, second catch by Patterson. He had one catch for 6 yards in week 2. First down once again for Wichita. Feeding Jarvis Malone now, almost tackled in the backfield, and he makes a play out of it. 2nd and 8. Almost brought down by Kevin Runyon. Runyon, the South Carolina graduate. 2nd and 8, pistol formation. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Kreutzer looking to his running back, Cousins. First down once again. And Wichita will try to keep this a 1-score lead, barring they don't mess up. 2-minute warning. Calvin Cousins, almost 100 all-purpose yards so far today. Great game here in the first half. Cousins. He's the man to stop. Kreutzer going 9 for 11, 55 yards, and we may see a touchdown added to that stat sheet after this play. Kreutzer looking to the end zone, caught by Eugene Alexander, couldn't quite get the touchdown, and McMaster will have committed a face mask penalty. Not a lot of gain there. Half the distance to the goal. And Kreutzer may not see that touchdown I was talking about. Pistol formation. Blitz. Kreutzer shedding the tackle, and he will rush for the touchdown. David Kreutzer. You can't see me, he says to the audience. And Wichita will see 7 on the board. Adam Ruppert sending it through after that heartbreak miss of a kick. Less than 2 minutes to go. And St. Louis will try to maintain a lead here. They might just run out the clock and send it into the second half where they get the ball again. Although they could get a touchdown, followed back by another touchdown. Murray on the kickoff. All the way up to the 32. Excellent starting position for the Sharks. Looking down the middle, Tobin almost picked off. Looked like that was off the hands of David Owolabi. Clock is stopped. And Tobin once again dropping back. Great protection. Looking deep off the hands of the defender again. That time off the hands of Jason Gwynn. Tobin was 7 for 9, now 7 for 11. Third down. And you want to convert here. Otherwise, Wichita has a chance to tie things up. And Winters is stopped in the backfield. Sharif Wilson. And the punt by Nordquist will be fielded by Braxton. Braxton breaking the first tackle, breaking the second tackle, up to the 40. Up to the 45. My bad. Incredible starting position for the Wranglers. A minute 13 to go. All 3 timeouts. 5 receivers set. Well, 4 receivers in the tight end, but same concept. Kreutzer under center, dropping back, under pressure. Sacked way in the backfield by former Virginia Beach Mariner Matthew Abraham. What a sack. And Wichita will have a lot of distance to go after that great punt return. Kreutzer making up for it to Green. Kayvon Green. And that'll be the second time out by Wichita. 40 seconds to go just outside of the red zone. What a dot to Kayvon Green. Kreutzer looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Eugene Alexander. And it'll be a tie ball game, and the crowd does not like what they see. The Wranglers angry, taunting the crowd. Go! Ruppert for the extra point, tied up just before halftime. What an insane run of points. 14 unanswered points by St. Louis, responded to by 14 undisputed, uncontested points by the Wichita Wranglers. And we still have a game here in Missouri. "32 seconds, and you'll wonder what the strategy here is for the Sharks. Coach Flambeau all about not giving up, and Murray will get a hefty first down, but they will let the clock run. "13 seconds, 12, 11, 10, no timeouts called. Tobin looking out to his left, incomplete pass, and that will stop the clock. Tobin will hand it off to close out the first half. And the Sharks will get it right back to start the third quarter. And Murray will take it up to the 22. Tobin handing it off to Winters. And Winters will get a gain of 4 or 5 there. Nope, 3. My bad. Tobin under center. Winters having 90 total yards today. And he will add more. Stepping out of bounds before passing the first down marker. And you don't want to go 3 and out. Giving Wichita an opportunity to score even more unanswered points. I formation, expecting a run. He will give them the opposite. Great one-handed grab by Bechtel. First down, Sharks. Tobin looking deep again, catch by Bechtel. And Bechtel will have it all the way up at the 33-yard line. Tackled by Jarvis Sausaby. Tobin, this time handoff to Winters. Winters fighting for yardage. Gain of 4. Under center, Tobin, handoff to Hayward. Hayward, first down. Right outside the red zone. And I can hear the Jaws music playing as the Sharks will look to strike right outside of the 20. Here we are working up to the 16, 2nd and 5. You'll want a touchdown, but at the end of the day, you'll settle for points. Let's see what we end up with. Tobin motioning his man to the right. Dropping back. No pressure. Rolling out to his right. Incomplete pass. Intended for backup tight end Andrew Stone. Here we'll have a 2 tight end set. Single back formation. Stone being motioned to the right. Play action play. Looking to the end zone. Dropped by LaShawn Randolph. And I'd expect to see Alex Delgado to send it through for 3. And he will miss it. Shanked. Off to the right. And you feel like the Sharks just got harpooned. Kreutzer wasting no time coming out with 5 men. Nobody in the backfield but himself under pressure. Great sack. Loss of 8. DeAnthony Curtis. DeAnthony Curtis, the number 8 overall pick. First round draft pick. What am I talking about? First round draft pick. Number 8 overall by St. Louis in this past year's draft. DeAnthony Curtis, the Atlanta native, making big plays for the Sharks. Wichita now having 3rd down and 7. Kreutzer looking deep, triple coverage. 4th and 7. And St. Louis will get this ball back. Clevenger, the punt to Anderson. Anderson will get tackled at the gut at the 39-yard line. Killing my voice, drinking a Blackberry Bubbly, not a sponsor, as well as some water. Commentating this exciting game. What a great defensive stand by the Sharks. Halfway here through the 3rd quarter. Hike. In my interview with Flambeau, I asked him, oh man, real quick, Murray not expected to return. What a heartbreaking loss for the St. Louis Sharks, losing James Murray here late in the game. You hate to see that. You are a St. Louis Sharks fan. As I was saying, though, asking him about how they'd stop potential MVP David Kreutzer with the best passing offense, and he said he believes their newly structured defense and where we put our guys will show well to stop the passing game. That we didn't have long to install this new system. Our guys, veterans and young guys alike, have high IQs and were able to catch up quickly. I like our chances, is what he says. And I like their chances too. They've done pretty well to stop Kreutzer, all in all. No interceptions yet. You don't see those very often from Kreutzer. But they've done a great job stopping the very tough Wranglers offense. And the Sharks will have 3rd and 8. Here from midfield, Tobin dropping back with the blitz. Bechtel, the reliable tight end, working his way inside the 20. And we will be back in red zone mode. Less than half of the third quarter to go. Tie ball game in St. Louis. Tobin, I formation. Dropping back, looking to the end zone. Caught by Stone! Touchdown, Sharks! And Andrew Stone, second string tight end. Will get his first touchdown of the season. Before this game, he has only had 2 catches. One in week 1 and one in week 3, I want to say. Andrew Stone. And Braxton, who is taking both the kick returns and punt returns. Malcolm Braxton. Showing how much of a workhorse he is for this Wranglers offense. Calvin Cousins, the other workhorse for the Wranglers. Immediate first down. He's making sure they know it. The Wranglers are hungry. Looking to wrangle this game back in their favor. Second down. Empty backfield. Kreutzer, 5 wide receivers. He will drop back and have time. Screen pass to Eugene Alexander. He will get a first down off of that. 3 plays, 2 first downs. And Kreutzer is padding those stats. Like I said, going into this week, going into week 7, Kreutzer is the only quarterback with 2,000 plus passing yards. I believe he will make an NAGA record. Let me see what the record is currently. Never mind. It is an 8-week season. So, Sean Fisher will be pretty undisputed when he got 3,874 yards for Orlando last season. I stand corrected. Like McMaster not only had the most interceptions, but the most defensive touchdowns last season. Not doing a lot here today for the Sharks. I don't think he's the main playmaker anymore. There's quite a few now on that defense. First down, Wichita. Long drive, over 2.5 minutes now. And Jarvis Malone will take a chunk out of the yardage. Inside the red zone now, as the third quarter is expiring. Kreutzer motioning his man, handing it off up the middle to Cousins. And Cousins will get a gain of 9 there. Cutting the distance in half. Getting a new and final set of downs for this drive. 10 seconds left in the third. Kreutzer, pistol formation. Go! Handing it off to Malone. Malone breaking the first tackle. And then being put on his back at the 5. End of the third. St. Louis still in the lead, 21-14. But we may see a change here on this next play. Kreutzer under center. Looks like we have a defensive adjustment. They may be blitzing. The handoff to Cousins. Cousins, touchdown! The crowd went pretty silent. And Cousins is showing us a little swagger there. And it'll be a tie ball game following the extra point by Ruppert. Whew, scared us there. Almost missed the extra point. 21-21. Sorry, I'm yawning. I guess I didn't get enough sleep last night. Should have replaced this bubbly with a caffeinated beverage. We'll get a pumpkin spice latte or something from Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. If you're watching the video and you're tuning in right now, I want to see if you are watching every detail of the video instead of skipping to the end. Comment which pumpkin spice latte is better, Dunkin' or Starbucks. Neither of them are sponsors. I'm just curious. I have an opinion. I'm not going to say it. I want to see if people are watching, if people are listening, if people are paying attention. Just leave a comment. See what the audience thinks. All you football-loving people might be coffee-loving people. Sorry for getting sidetracked. Jaquan Winters. Keeping this drive moving, keeping the chains moving. And St. Louis will have a first down. Almost 150 yards for Jaquan Winters, and he will go out to the right, act as a receiver on this play. Fullback blocking, and Shiflett. First catch of the day. Great catch by Rodney Shiflett. He is now acting as the wide receiver 3 following the injury by James Murray. Tobin, the handoff to Winters. Winters almost getting a first down. Tackled by Jarvis Sausaby. Bryce Hayward will be back in the game. Gallavilla out to the right. The spin move by Hayward, and they will get another first down. Move the chains as we are now in Wranglers territory. I formation. If you're the Wranglers, you want to try to pop the runner, get a fumble, maybe start ball hawking the quarterback a little more. Looks like they tried to jump the snap, expecting a run up the middle. Them being an I formation, but Winters was able to get 8 yards heading up to the left. Winters now with over 100 rush yards on the game, 150 yards, all-purpose exact. And Hayward will shove a man off of him almost to the 20. Tackled by David Owolabi, the Houston graduate. Tobin, the handoff to Hayward once again. They will now be in the red zone. Ooh, Trey Douglas. Love seeing his name pop up. I keep wishing that he'd get a snap, get a handoff. But Winters says that won't be necessary. Getting a pretty quick first down. They'll decline that penalty committed by Sharif Wilson. And Trey Douglas was not in the game. I do not understand that unless Trey Douglas was just the backup for the play. Tobin, the toss to Hayward. Lethal set of running backs. Running back by committee here in St. Louis, up at the 2-yard line. The Sharks looking to strike here. Winters breaking a tackle, not getting the touchdown, not even getting the first down. Tackled by the defensive back, Gwynn. Jason Gwynn. Third down. Last chance to get the touchdown. Tobin dropping back, passing, and what was he doing? Malcolm, no, not Malcolm. Oh. LaShawn Randolph was in the back of the end zone. He was running. I don't know what he was doing. Guess he missed his mark. And Delgado will chip in the 19-yarder after missing that I think 33-yarder earlier today. And St. Louis will be halfway happy. Halfway through the fourth. Only up by 3. Fielded by Braxton. Braxton up to the left, has a blocker. And he will be downed at the 25. Kreutzer looking to retaliate for the Wranglers. And Calvin Cousins will see 8 or 9 yards on his first carry. I-form, single back. Hand off to Cousins. And that play was read pretty quickly by John Childers. Kentucky native, acquired from San Antonio this past season. Making plays for their former divisional rivals. Play action. Wide open man with Malcolm Braxton. And he will have the sideline and some daylight. Now pretty quickly we are in the red zone. Stopped by J1 Anderson from what could have been a pretty quick touchdown. I think just about a minute into their drive. Kreutzer dropping back, looking towards the end zone. Touchdown, Lopez! And that was Alex Lopez. Wide receiver 4, acting as wide receiver 3, I guess. No, he's just wide receiver 4. They don't have an injured starting wide receiver. Alex Lopez. Was that his first touchdown of the season? That is not his first touchdown. In fact, that is his second touchdown of the season. Lopez being a very reliable depth piece, but Winters taking the kickoff almost up to midfield, and St. Louis will fight to stay in this game down by 4. They need a touchdown. And we are seeing some heavy action here late in the fourth. Single back formation, Jaquan Winters, after taking that super long kickoff return. We are now standing essentially in the Sharks' mouth, as the Sharks will look to strike. Tobin, the handoff. Winters not being stopped in the backfield, but won't get the first. 3rd and 4. Bryce Hayward coming in to keep the hope alive for St. Louis. Tobin motioning the receiver. Hand off to Hayward. Hayward also not being stopped in the backfield. But again, looks like we have the same man. That is Malik Muhammad, always being there to stop the running backs. And St. Louis will opt to punt it and put trust in their defense against the formidable David Kreutzer and the Wrangler offense. Touchback. And the Wranglers will start this drive at the 20 after making light work of the St. Louis defensive backfield last drive. That amazing catch by Malcolm Braxton. And then that touchdown by Alex Lopez, the New Mexico graduate. What a great receiving core. And I think they're highlighted by David Kreutzer in a way that Peyton Manning would highlight his receiving core wherever he went. I believe Wichita is the Manning of the NAGA. There he is, dropping back again. David Kreutzer, I'll call him the sheriff. these Wranglers. Burning the clock down with that little screen pass to the fullback. Almost at the 2-minute warning. Kreutzer once again dropping back, looking across the middle. Eugene Alexander catching that contested catch. First down. St. Louis calling their first timeout. Single back formation. Braxton in motion. And Cousins will take it up the middle. Almost uncontested. Will he get the first down? He will. And a 2-minute warning has been reached. Wichita right outside of field goal range. And it looks like Kreutzer is looking to pass. And he will. Plenty of time, plenty of protection. And Kayvon Green will be tackled out of bounds, stopping the clock. Pistol formation for the Wranglers. And the Sharks need to do something quick. And Kreutzer will opt to throw it away as he saw the blitz coming. 3rd and 2. And we may see them stopped for a field goal, still being up by 1 possession. But this, being a running play, might get them an automatic first down, and it will! Timeout burned by St. Louis. First down, Calvin Cousins. And the Wranglers might have this game on lock. Cousins just mowing through the defense. Last timeout called by the Sharks. And Wichita will put the last nail in the coffin right there. First down, Wranglers. That might be the end of it. Victory formation. St. Louis will head into Louisville next week to close out their season, while the Wichita Wranglers head into Oklahoma City, potentially tarnishing their divisional record. And we will see how everything shakes up as far as placements go after next week. That'll be an exciting game to watch, as are all of the games here in the NAGA. Amazing game, electric game. It says Calvin Cousins is the player of the game, but I have to give it to quarterback and sheriff David Kreutzer. Only 4 incompletions, no interceptions, no fumbles, hardly any sacks, 2 touchdowns. Great plays overall by the running backs. I mean, look at Cousins, look at Winters, look at Hayward, look at Malone. But look at those receivers. Pretty even with the amount of plays called. Only 2 sacks on each side. Just more rushing yards for Wichita. I will cycle through the stats as I invite every one of you who are watching to subscribe and continue watching. Maybe give yourself the post notifications, click the bell. I know football season is upon us, and simulation football is just as much football as the real thing. I firmly believe that. Heck, you know, people argue that some professional football is scripted. This is not. This isn't scripted. This is just ones and zeros heading against each other. Probabilities, I mean, isn't that what the real thing is? It's a war of gladiators, of teams that we love and love to watch. We invest ourselves in the games, like this game, and most of the games this week being so electric. Love me some football. Well, if you tuned in, You watched this whole thing. Thank you. Everyone here at the NAGA, thanks you for tuning in. My name is Reed Option. I will see you next time.